Hey there, what's going on, everyone? This is Sue again. I hope you guys are doing well. I want to give you guys another success tip. And today's success tip, it's inspired by all of the mentors that I've followed throughout the years and things that I've learned. And one of the things that I learned is, if you want change, if you want something different in your life, you have to direct your attention to the person in the mirror, right? Basically, what I'm saying, of course, is, change starts with you. A lot of times people, they point to the external factors, or external environment, external people. They're quick to blame their failures or their setbacks or their whatever, right, on outside force, outside things that they can't even control. And for some people, they spend a lot of effort trying to change others, trying to change people's viewpoints, trying to change, they just look outside of themselves. They're blaming their economy, they're blaming so many things, right? And that's the excuse that they always give themselves. And when you do that, when you come from that standpoint, right, that, your world is based on the external, then you're going to have a lot of, disappointments in life. You see, the person that you can change in this world, the only person you can change is yourself, right? That's the only thing you have control over. You can influence people, of course, right? You can persuade and you can influence people, but the quickest change is going to come from within, just from you focusing on yourself and, changing within. So that's what Jim Rohn says, he says, well, not just Jim Rohn, but I think, who was it, Gandhi? Yeah, I think it was Gandhi who said, be the change that you want to see in this world. So that's exactly what I'm talking about, is just work on yourself. Because if you don't change yourself, just think about it this way, right? And this is something that I tell my friends and my family members and people I love, just look at where you're at right now and see whether you're, if you're fulfilled. I know that everyone has a different situation, and each person has his or her own viewpoint of what's fulfillment and what's, contentment and what's happiness, right? So I'm not saying that, you're wrong to be where you're at right now. I'm just saying, just look at where you're at right now and give yourself a true assessment and reflect on, are you happy? Or are you fulfilled? Are you, successful? Or are you struggling? Or are you just settling and just surviving, right? See, my viewpoint is, I've worked in the corporate world, right? The 9-to-5 jobs, and I worked graveyard shifts, morning shifts, swing shifts. I worked all the shifts in the last maybe 15 years already. And I've had several jobs, and a lot of the jobs I actually really enjoyed, I really liked. But I've come to realize that there's a smarter way to do things. You really don't have to trade your time in for money, right? I mean, you can, if that's what you would want to do. If that's brings you happiness and joy, and you prefer to work for someone else, and you prefer to make a fortune for another person, then that's, you go for it, you know what I mean? But I'm just wanting to introduce you to the idea that, instead of working 8 hours every day and getting paid for just the hours that you put in, there's a better way to leverage yourself, right? Using technology, using the internet, using network marketing, using the power of people to help you grow your business, grow your income at a much faster pace than if you were to just trade time for dollars. So if you got paid $100 an hour, some doctors, doctors get paid that much, and you work 8 hours a day, so you get $800 a day, right? That's actually really cool. But in the workforce, to get paid $100 an hour, you need to bring a lot of value to the market. And that's what Jim Rohn says, we are paid proportionate to the value that we bring to the marketplace. So as a doctor, you go through training, you go to schooling, you spend a lot of money, first of all, to get to that level, and then you bring a value to the marketplace, so you get paid, $100 an hour or whatever. See, when I was working, I was getting paid about $26 an hour as a sales rep, and even at that rate, I switched jobs. I looked for another opportunity. I looked for another job, because as a retail rep, I was working like so many hours. I was working a lot of overtime, and I was working a lot of weekends, so I was missing out on all the family events and everything. So I switched jobs to a different position. I went to work for a bank, thinking that, hey, banker's hours are going to be awesome, but it's the same kind of setup. You're still working the weekends. I was still working Saturdays. Most of my weekend was gone, and I was still working overtime, and I was still trading time for money. So I took a leap of faith, and I jumped online. I jumped doing what I'm doing right now, where I get to help people. I get to show people that there's a better way, that there's a smarter way to make money through the internet, and you don't have to trade time. And once you build this business and get it going, it starts to build, the money starts working for you, right? You build an organization, you build a team, and you give back to your team. You train your team, you encourage your team, you promote yourself, and you promote your team, and before you know it, you have leverage working for you. So I'm working on building my team so that one day, if I want to take a vacation, if I want to take a month off, if I want to, spend extra time away from my business, I can do that, because the money will come in residually. That means I did the work once, and I keep getting paid on it continually. And that's the true meaning of freedom. Time freedom and financial freedom is when you can set a system in motion, and you get paid on that system, and it keeps producing results for you over and over. So that's what I'm doing right now, guys, and that's what I want to tell you guys too. And I completely went off a tangent, but I felt like it was the appropriate time to talk about it. But anyways, if you guys have any questions for me, go ahead and leave it in the comment section below. If you want to see the system, if you're not a part of my team already and you want to check it out, click on the link below, see it for yourself, see if it makes sense for you, right? Because I know it's not for everyone, but it's definitely worth it if you want to put in the effort and you want to learn from the team and you want to be a part of our community. We can help you succeed. We got systems and trainings in place to help you succeed as well. Even if you're a brand newbie like I was, then you can still do it, right? I'm just telling you guys. So click on the link, see it for yourself. If it makes sense for you, give yourself that opportunity, right, to make that change that you want to see in your life, right? That's the topic we were talking about today, is be the change that you want to see in this world. So make that change that you want to see in your life. Take action, click the link, and join my team. All right, guys, until next time, I hope you have a wonderful day, okay? Peace.